Let's talk about phases in decision making. We have 7 basic phases in decision making, and let's talk about how that process goes. The first thing that is happening in this process is that we are thinking about the decision that we have to make. We have to identify that decision. We have to clarify. We have to make it really clear what is that thing that we have to make decision on. For example, decision that I have to make is which university I will apply for, or which job I will apply for, or am I going to move to another country, or I will stay in my country. So in this process and moment, we have to make it clear, like what is the goal? What is that thing, one thing that have to be made at the end of this process? And this happens like really fast. We already know what we have to think about and what should we decide on, okay? And next phase is gathering informations. So gathering informations is the second thing that we all are doing after we clarify what is it, and we usually do that right now on Google. But the point of this one is to gather all possible informations about the thing that we have to decide on. If we have, for example, to pick between 2 universities, we will gather informations like about both. If we want to buy one thing, for example, some vacuum cleaner, we will gather informations about it. What is important here is that we have to think rationally, and we have to gather all the informations, positive informations and also negative informations. So this is also the moment when we implement other people in this process, because we are trying to find the experiences of other people with this product or thing that we also want. And that's the moment where we may make the mix of other people's experiences and our own experience. Next phase, identify alternatives and options. So what is logical after the step number 2 is that we have some options. Okay, if you want to buy the vacuum cleaner, after your gathering informations, you will have, for example, 5 that you liked. Okay, so here we have to identify and write down and see clearly what are the options that we have. Next, weigh the evidence. When we have options, the next thing that we have to do is to weigh them. Okay, first we start with 10, 7, 5 options, but we always, no matter how options we have at the beginning, we always come to that 2 options at the end, because decision making is basically picking one thing, okay, picking just one thing over some other alternatives. So we are creating alternatives, and in this moment we are weighing them, and we are trying to see which one is better for us. And in this process there are so many things that are included here: emotions, plans, fear, hope, previous experience, wishes for future. So that's why this step is really complicated, and that's why decision making is not something that is easy. Okay, so next phase is choose among alternatives. This is phase number 5, and here it's time to do something and to choose the alternative. This is the moment when we have clearly all the alternatives, all the options. We have probably sometimes two best options, and it's time to pick just one. Next phase, when we pick just one, is to take an action. So when we picked one option in this process, it's time to test, to do something. To go to that university, to buy that vacuum cleaner, to try that shampoo, to move to another country. So in this moment, that is the time that we are basically doing something. Work from home during the pandemic, COVID-19. I'm sorry if you hear something, that's because of this young boy here, and I have another one, and they're playing, and I didn't know, that was my son, sorry. I hope you will understand, because I'm recording this during the pandemic, so we are all in the quarantine, probably as you are right now. And the last step is, right. Okay, so he don't want to go anywhere. So the last step is to review the decision, and reviewing the decision is to see what have we done and is our decision good or not. If it's not, we can restart the program and we can restart with the decision-making process. Może? Może.